In the emerald waters of Madagascar, where baobab trees stretch toward the sky like ancient umbrellas and lemurs dance through forests found nowhere else on earth, lived a humble duck with an extraordinary story. The Madagascar pochard wasn't much to look at, just a modest, rust-colored bird whose only notable feature was a male's eyes, which turned stark white with age. Yet this unremarkable duck would capture hearts, consume careers, and spark a conservation miracle that spanned 3 decades. Once upon a time, Lake Aleitra buzzed with life. Madagascar's largest lake was a sanctuary where chameleons changed colors among the reeds. Fossas prowled the shores, and thousands of poachers bobbed peacefully on the water's surface. But as the 20th century marched on, paradise transformed into farmland. Wetlands became rice paddies, forests became ash, and wildlife retreated to ever-shrinking pockets of safety. By 1960, only a single flock remained. Then, even that was gone. French ornithologist Olivier Langrand and biologist Lucien Wilmy embarked on an epic quest across Madagascar in the 1980s, traveling by zebu cart through mud and rain for an entire year. They catalogued over 100 bird species, but the poachard remained a ghost, present only in old field guides and fading memories. Langrand's passion proved contagious. When he met British zookeeper Glyn Young, he planted a seed of obsession that would grow for 3 decades. Young accepted the challenge with the enthusiasm of a knight accepting a quest, paddling dugout canoes across Lake Aleitra for 7 weeks, visiting villages where locals offered rum and sympathy but no ducks. "We couldn't find any ducks, or any hope for them," Young recalled. But rather than discouragement, this sparked determination. He would name his firstborn daughter Athia, after the duck's scientific name. Wilmy, now pregnant, continued the search with hired rowers, distributing poachard pictures on T-shirts and flyers throughout the region like wanted posters for a beloved criminal. Her campaign worked better than she could have dreamed. In 1991, a fowler caught something unusual, a duck unlike any he'd seen before. Remembering Wilmy's campaign, he brought it to her. It was a male Madagascar poachard, living proof that somewhere in this vast landscape others might survive. Hope soared, then crashed. Despite a year-long expanded search, no other poachard were found. The lone male died in captivity in 1992, possibly from a fungal infection. The species seemed extinct once more, this time permanently. By 2004, even the most optimistic scientists began preparing the poachard's obituary. Young himself suggested the dreaded classification, probably extinct. But in 2006, fate intervened through the eyes of Liliaris Renee de Roland, a raptor specialist who was actually searching for Madagascar marsh harriers in a remote northern forest. 2 days into his expedition, he discovered a hidden blue lake nestled within an extinct volcanic crater. Raising his binoculars for a casual look, he saw the impossible: 9 adult poachards and 4 ducklings, very much alive. The harriers forgotten, René de Roland raced back to civilization, traveling 2 days to reach internet connection. His photos flew across continents, first to Idaho, then to Young in Britain, who once again boarded a plane to Madagascar, this time with genuine hope in his heart. 3 conservation organizations immediately mobilized, working with Madagascar's government to protect the lake and establish a breeding program. Local staff were trained to monitor the precious flock around the clock. Young, now chair of the threatened waterfowl specialist group, understood the bitter truth behind their discovery. When a species is so incredibly rare that there is only one tiny remnant population, it's easy to think they are living there because of the good environment for them, and that's why they survived. They have nowhere else to go. The Madagascar poached story continues today, no longer a tale of loss, but one of stubborn survival and human dedication. In Madagascar's remote crater lake, watched over by scientists whose lives became intertwined with their mission, these unremarkable ducks represent something remarkable. Proof that extinction isn't always forever, and that sometimes obsession, when channeled toward conservation, can work miracles. The humble pochard, with its rust-colored feathers and white-eyed males, had indeed become something to crow about after all.